The United States is at the moment not only the second largest supporter and contributor to HFSP, but it's the most successful country when it comes to the success applications, awards, fellowships. So we decided to ask one of our US awardees, out of many hundreds, to step up and to tell us what does it do for a US awardee to get a HFSP grant. It is Cynthia Moss from Johns Hopkins University here, and we have many awardees there over the years, and she will, I think, share with us her own experience. Cynthia.
There we go. So, thank you for the opportunity to share some of my experiences with you. You know, I first became involved in the HFSP community over 10 years ago, and I've been part of 2 HFSP research grants. I've hosted 2 amazing HFSP postdoctoral fellows in my lab, and through HFSP, I've had opportunities to collaborate with colleagues around the world who bring diverse expertise and innovation to our research. It's really been thrilling. So how did I first come to be part of the HFSP community? Well, I can tell you a little personal story. I had 2 NIH grants in 2011, 2012, and they were funded through separate institutes. And the program officers at each of the institutes reached out to me, and they had the same message. We love your research, but we have to advise you to look elsewhere because NIH will not fund bat research. That was a big surprise, okay. So NIH no longer has this policy. Their policies have changed. But at the time, I took the advice of my program officers and sought other sources of funding, which took me to HFSP. And as I think you've experienced in this meeting, see, HFSP encourages bold new ideas, risk-taking, and creativity through emphasizing interdisciplinary work and international collaborations. And HFSP's outlook on science resonates with my own, and I was thrilled to be awarded a research grant first in 2013. And here's my team. So Rachel Page from Panama, Anne-Marie Serlicke from Denmark, Yossi Yovel from Israel, and John Hallam from Denmark. And the title of our grant was Multimodal Sensing in the Natural Environment. And our project investigated how animals, and specifically bats, that's my thing, process, represent, and use multimodal sensory information from the natural environment. And our project addressed this fundamental problem by mounting ultra-lightweight sensors on free-flying bats to capture auditory, visual, chemical signals received by the animals engaged in natural behaviors. And the sensor data laid the foundation for laboratory experiments, computational modeling, and biorobotic platforms. So our work focused on the Egyptian fruit bat, which some of you may have heard about earlier today if you were here, the fringe-lipped bat from Central America. It eats frogs for a living. The big brown bat, a North American insectivore that catches insects on the wing, and another insectivorous bat found in Europe, Dalberton's bat, that actually trawls insects from the water. So not only did our project bring together interdisciplinary expertise, but also took advantage of the diverse bat species where our team members conducted their research. So more recently awarded HFSP project, which I talked a little bit about earlier, brings together researchers from Denmark, Magnus Wahlberg, who is the PI of the grant, Germany, Augusta von Bayern, Belgium, Herbert Permans, and me. And in this project, we are focusing on the problem of mental time travel. Okay, and what I described earlier, in case you weren't here, is mental time travel really refers to episodic memory. And it's crucial in the biological and cultural evolution of humans. And it's widely assumed that mental time travel is really what separates humans from other animals. But we don't all agree on that. And our research currently is intended to try to probe deeper into this problem and determine if episodic-like memory operates in the behaviors of bats, dolphins, parrots, and we combine this with tests of emerging principles in robotic platforms. So just like the earlier project, we leverage the diverse scientific expertise combined with access to diverse animal species and research facilities. So we have marine mammals and 2 different facilities, Laurel Park and Fjord and Belt in Denmark. We're also doing some field studies, and our Danish team has acquired a boat for this purpose. We also do research on parrots in Laurel Park, and then bat species, which I actually have in my lab. So it's been a very successful, energizing project, and we're still working on many of the research experiments that we laid out to do. But now I'll switch to talk about the postdoctoral fellows who've worked with me. And first, I'll mention Jinhong Liu, who came to my lab from China via Germany, where he got his PhD. And his long-term project was neural mechanisms for audio-vocal integration in freely behaving bats. And Jinhong came to my lab with a strong background in behavior. He'd never done any neurophysiology, but he quickly acquired new skills, was highly productive, and is now a professor at Central Normal University in Wuhan, China. And I just showed the joint publications here just to show how highly productive Jinhong has been, and he's on a really stellar career path. Another star, Dr. Angeles Salas from Argentina, came to my lab in 2018, and with her HFSP project is active and passive listening channels for auditory scene analysis. She also came to my lab with a very different background. She worked in cellular molecular neuroscience and really wanted to move into systems neuroscience and neuroethology, and she did that with, and she had was very organized and really knew what she needed to accomplish to get her assistant professor position at the University of Illinois, Chicago. She started only recently. She also shows a large number of joint publications, again, showing tremendous productivity. Some of these publications came after she left my lab. We continue to work together, but overall, she's also on an amazing career path, and it was just such a pleasure for me to work with her and Jinhong and to receive the support from the Human Frontier Science Program. So my colleagues and I would like to express our deep thanks to HFSP for generous support and for enabling really what I consider to be lifelong research collaborations. So thank you.